One day, a man brought a slaughtered chicken to a butcher's shop and said, "Brother, please cut this chicken into pieces for me." The butcher replied, "Leave the chicken here and come back in half an hour to pick it up." Coincidentally, the city's judge passed by the shop and, seeing the chicken, asked the butcher, "Give me this chicken." The butcher responded, "This chicken isn't mine, it belongs to someone else, and I don't have any other chicken to offer you right now." The judge insisted, "No problem. Just give me this chicken, and tell the owner that the chicken flew away when he comes back." The butcher was perplexed and said, "How will I explain that? The man himself slaughtered the chicken and handed it to me. How can a dead chicken fly away?" The judge said, "Just listen to what I'm saying. Hand me the chicken. If the owner comes and complains, he will file the case in my court anyway." Reluctantly, the butcher handed over the chicken, muttering, "May God protect everyone," and the judge left with the chicken. Soon after, the owner of the chicken returned and asked, "Have you cut the chicken?" The butcher replied, "I did, but your chicken flew away." The owner, astonished, explained, "How is that possible? I slaughtered it myself. How could a dead chicken fly away?" A quarrel broke out between them, escalating into a full-blown argument. Finally, the owner said, "Let's go to the court and resolve this matter with the judge." On their way to the court, they saw two men fighting, a Muslim and a Jew. While trying to intervene, the butcher accidentally poked the Jew in the eye, causing him to lose his eye. The crowd apprehended the butcher and declared, "We will take him to court now." Now, the butcher found himself accused in two cases. As they approached the court, the butcher managed to break free and ran into a nearby mosque. He climbed up the minaret to escape, but when people tried to climb up to catch him, he jumped off and accidentally fell on an elderly man, killing him. The elderly man's son, too, joined the crowd, determined to see the butcher brought to justice. Finally, the mob dragged the butcher to the court. When the judge saw him, he started laughing because he remembered the chicken incident. However, the judge had no idea about the other two cases. After hearing about all three cases, the judge held his head in his hands and then announced, "We will resolve each case one by one." The first case was called, and the chicken owner was summoned. The judge asked, "What is your claim against the butcher?" The chicken owner said, "Your Honor, he has stolen my chicken. I slaughtered it myself and gave it to him, but he claims the chicken flew away. A dead chicken cannot fly." The judge responded, "Do you believe in God and his power?" The chicken owner replied, "Of course, Your Honor." The judge said, "Then do you not believe that the Almighty, who can bring decayed bones back to life, could make your chicken fly again?" Hearing this, the chicken owner fell silent and withdrew his case. Next, the judge called the second plaintiff, the Jew. The Jew said, "Your Honor, this man poked my eye, and now I have lost it. I demand justice by taking out his eye in return." After a brief pause, the judge said, "According to the law, the compensation for a non-Muslim harmed by a Muslim is half. Therefore, first, let this Muslim blind your other eye, and then you may blind one of his eyes." The Jew, realizing the consequences, quickly retracted his case and left the court. Finally, the judge summoned the elderly man's son. The son said, "Your Honor, this man killed my father by jumping on him. I demand his execution as retribution." The judge replied, "Before issuing a death sentence, I need to confirm something. Was your father standing where he was supposed to be when the man fell on him?" The son, confused, asked, "What do you mean?" The judge explained, "If your father was not standing in the proper place, then he is partially at fault for his own death. In that case, you will first have to pay the blood money for your father's mistake, before the butcher can be punished." The son, unable to argue further, also withdrew his case. With all three cases dismissed, the judge turned to the butcher and said, "Consider yourself fortunate today, but be more careful in the future." The butcher, overwhelmed, thanked God and promised to never get involved in such situations again.